2024 readings, and I'm working with Capricorn energy now. So I have already selected the cards, so we don't have to worry about all the shuffling and everything. Um, so the overall energy for the year of 2024 for you, Capricorn, is about speaking out. It's the number 32 card, which adds up to 5. And 5s are about things changing. Interesting. Your challenge is temperance, which is the 14 card, and that also adds up to 5. So I feel like there's some big changes coming for you, um, just by way of speaking your truth, um, releasing your voice, allowing it to be heard, right? So that's kind of the overall for the whole year, is being able to speak up. And it's hard for some of us, you know. Oh, sorry, I have hiccups now. And temperance is about balancing your energy, you know, having a nice balance. You're not 100% into your ego. You're not, you're not blocking your higher self. You're balancing those energies and changing the energy with the balance. And I do feel like it's about speaking out, speaking your truth. So let's just dig right in. January, February, and March. I feel like there's something you're needing to do. Um, there's a decision you need to make. It's a logical decision. And it could be about moving from one place in your life to another, right? You want a new beginning. You could have a really great, passionate idea, an epiphany on what to do. And always, when there's a new beginning like that, usually we have to let something go in order to, have the new beginning, right? So let's clarify what is going on over here in this energy. You've got the Queen of Swords, who is kind of a cold energy. She's cold, but she's also logical. She just doesn't use her emotions to make decisions, right? So tell me what this Queen of Swords is doing. This is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And it's like your higher self is moving you out of that energy. This could be like something that you keep thinking about that's kind of got you stuck. Something from the past. This could be like childhood shit, like you're like thinking about this situation. I do see like some dreams coming in, maybe to change the energy with that Six of Swords, right? Because that's about spirit like taking you to a different place, right? I do feel like some of you have been in like this dark night of the soul kind of thing, like um really kind of going really, really deep inside of yourself, you know? And maybe that is where you get this great idea. There's something good always comes out of a dark night of the soul. Tell me what this new idea is, this new fire inside of you. I think it's forgiveness. Maybe forgiveness for yourself, even, you know? For maybe you felt like you weren't, I don't know. Maybe it's about limitations, like you feel limited somehow. And your higher self is showing you something different in a dream about a memory. And you're like, oh, I didn't see it that way. I didn't understand. And now comes the time where you realize, like, this whole idea that you had before, maybe it made you cold, and not like maybe kept your heart to yourself on some level, just because of what the way you remember it. But I kind of feel like spirit is changing it with memories. This could have to do with, like, you being vulnerable, or being in some kind of situation with somebody who controls things, right? But what I feel like is basically what your higher self is reframing the memory for you. I feel like you should be getting messages about this, like, in your dreams. It's probably got something to do with, your childhood, or something that happened in your childhood that made you kind of block yourself off from other people. Maybe in your family, maybe in just life in general, right? And I think you're getting a dream about this memory, and it's a reframe. Like, you saw it one way, but maybe your soul is showing you something different. Like, I don't know, like, it's perspective on the matter. Maybe this is an energy that your higher self wanted to work through. This Queen of Swords, being, it's not balanced. It's more just logic, right? Anyway, I feel like that's changing. I feel like your higher self is giving you some new information, and it's changing your vibration. It's changing your thoughts about a certain memory that you have. Okay. So then you've got, in your work, finances, and career. I feel like, I don't know, there's something going on here where maybe you're going to work from home. Maybe you're changing what you're doing to doing something that's more like a hobby, more like something that is passion related, like you're creating things, right? We are creators. We just are, where it's in our DNA to be creators, right? So there could be some kind of um person, maybe an older man, like a dad or something, that maybe is, I mean, maybe willing to sponsor it or invest in it, because it's the occupation card, which is doing something you love to do. And the open to receive card is here. So this mature man could be just somebody sent for you. In the in the tarot, the number 5 card is the Hierophant. So it's about higher learning, and again another 5 quick changes, right? I feel like you're having some kind of an awakening here and a transformation. I feel like there could be like a reunion with someone in your family. Remember me talking about that mature man? So maybe this has something to do with the memory. Like, maybe this is your dad, and maybe there's just something, or it could be your mom with the divine feminine there too, like parental problem. Like, maybe they were controlling. I feel like you're just getting information on this. And I also feel like whatever's happening in your job, in your occupation, right, is changing, or the way you see it is changing. You could be working for someone who's an asshole, right? A control freak. And your higher self is telling you, I don't need to do this shit. You know why I'm saying that? I'm sitting here trying to figure out what this message is, but let me just show you the similarity in these two cards. Do you see the third eye chakra opening, like being inflamed there, like with some kind of new information? Like, that's your higher self sending that to you. And I kind of feel like, if you're working for someone who's an asshole, I kind of feel like something in that is changing. I think maybe this is why the speaking out card is here. Maybe it's time that you stand up for yourself against, stand up to this mature man and tell them what's going on. This is in your work section. So I feel like speaking out, speaking how you feel, is going to give you the power back, right? So if you have this awareness, I don't think you will be doing this in a mean way. You're doing it from divine feminine and high priestess energy. So this is going to come out from your soul who leads with love, but definitely saying how you feel about this situation. Now, let's keep going. In the love situation, the love message is when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So I kind of feel like what that's saying is like, where's your priorities at here? You know what I mean? Like maybe your work is requiring too much of you, and what you're realizing is you're like, I mean, like, yeah, I like money and everything, but the only thing I really get to take with me is my memories that I have with my family and people I love. And you're like even controlling my ability to do that with how much energy you require from me. That's kind of what I'm seeing. I don't know. Take what resonates there. Now, in your spiritual growth here, I feel like what's happening is you're sticking up for yourself here. And you're owning your power, King of Pentacles. Now, what you don't know maybe about the King of Pentacles is that he is the manifester of money, you know? And I feel like maybe what you realize is you have the ability to do this, just bring money toward you through balance, right? Because the balance card is here. And I kind of feel like what you're feeling like is like work is taking too much from you, away from your family, away from um, your own value. That's what I'm trying to say, value. Right? They're kind of like sucking that out of you. But you're understanding that here, and I feel like you're taking back control. I do. I do. And I think King of Keys energy is appropriate and beautiful because King of Keys doesn't worry about money at all. He lives a very stable, happy life, and he's just vibrating at a place where money just is comes to him. And I feel like you're kind of learning how to do that too. I do feel like some of you have been in a very dark night about some kind of situation, possibly about your childhood. Um, and I do feel like something big is changing here. There might be some kind of opportunity for you to, I don't know, meet up with someone and something is said that changes the dynamic in your relationship with someone. I have a mom and a dad in this first row, so it could be about your parents, right? And maybe they apologize and maybe they don't. We can't make people apologize. So maybe it's you just like get offering forgiveness because you're growing so much, right? Seeing things in a different perspective. Because I do feel like your higher self is showing you something different, something you didn't know. Maybe you felt a certain way and your higher self is giving you a dream like, well, it wasn't really like that. Here's what you didn't know. Something like that. But I feel like this whole situation is kind of leading you to this place where you're like, man, I can't really take anything with me when I leave this place. My soul, all the soul has is your memories and the love that you felt. You don't take the money with you, and you're realizing that. And I think you're adjusting, making changes in your life because of it. It changes the outcome, right? April, May, and June. I feel like it could be like kind of arguing with your higher self here. That's what it looks like. You've got the Five of Wands and the High Priestess. So maybe your higher self is telling you some information and you are not wanting to hear it. The other thing it could mean here, it's a general message, so it could mean that you have a fight with someone and then you stop talking, right? There's no communication. Yeah, it looks like there was a fight, right? And I feel like it's sad. It could be with a husband. It's with a divine masculine. So something. It could be something to do. I think what this is I think it's sort of a reminder of something from your past. You know, it's like waking up an old memory so that you can bring it up and heal it. Because I feel like whatever this arguing and fighting is, it takes you back to this place, you know, of where you believed a certain way about yourself. Like, I'm not good enough. There's something wrong with me. I'm broken, you know. And I also feel like there's a chance for you to, you know, rise above and take the power back one more time. I see you doing it over here. Maybe you're speaking out, you know. So what's happening in your finance and career in April, May, and June? I kind of feel like there's some kind of new gig. It's a new pathway. It's maybe a new job. It could be in your community. I wonder if for some of you it could be like a promotion, because I see a bunch of butterflies here. So I'm feeling like maybe you're moving on up in what you're doing. I do feel like you have a lot of support here from the people at your work, right? They're supporting this new endeavor. Maybe you're being made a boss. In your love life, April, May, and June, the message is life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you will be surprised where it leads. Tell me. So I kind of feel like this is sort of maybe about the work, right? Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. So it's kind of like Wheel of Fortune energy, go with the flow. Tell me about this, Spirit. It looks like there's a surprise coming here in your love life. I feel like you're learning some kind of truth. I kind of feel like this whole reading is sort of about you tapping into your higher self, you know? I feel like Spirit is trying to show you some stuff. Like some toxic patterns that you've been in it's about your self-worth. And the North Node is here. So I kind of feel like the Wheel of Fortune card is saying like there's something being brought to light to you about a toxic cycle that you've been in. And it's all about the way you see yourself, the way you feel about yourself. I feel like you don't have a very high opinion of yourself. I feel like you expect too much from yourself. You know, maybe you're the type of person who takes care of every single person, right? Anyway, I feel like something's shifting, and it's because of the North Node. If you don't know what your North Node is, I mean, do yourself a favor and look it up. It's a real thing. And it is what your soul had planned for you, what it wants to learn. You know, you're just the vehicle. The soul is really the operator of the whole thing, you know. They're the one who planned the thing, the path. So whatever your North Node is, you should look it up because I feel like there's something happening here, Wheel of Fortune style, And you're going to notice that there's something you've been hanging on to. It's the way you feel about yourself. You know, it's the way you really view yourself. And it's changing. Now, in the spiritual growth section, which is connected to every single thing I've just read in this spirit, in this column, right? It's the Archangel Michael and the Sands of Time. So, Archangel Michael is about strength, he's about healing, and he is standing right behind you, April, May, June. Funny, these two cards kind of look alike, right? You see the angel in the background? So, Temperance is about changing your energy. Michael is about helping you understand that you have so much strength in you. You're supported by Archangel Michael, who's the strongest dude in the whole that I know of, right? And it's saying that your energy reflects Michael's strength during this time. And there's an opportunity here that you don't want to miss with this other card. Don't give up. You're not done, is what the cards are saying to me. So let's clarify Michael and the Six of Scrolls in April, May, and June. So maybe you're working on something and you're kind of tired of it. You're like, shit. Spirit is saying, like, don't give up. Okay. So it looks to me like there's someone in your life. Now, I'm not sure if it's a child or because there's a page here and they're about children, right? But it could be about new information about someone, right? And you're collecting the information. What you're finding out is that someone lied to you or somebody made a promise and they didn't really keep it. And it looks to me like you're sad about it, really sad. Nine of Swords, up all night, nightmaring about it, worried about it. And then Six of Swords coming in with the lifeboat to save the day. Why are you taking Capricorn in the Six of Swords, Spirit? Eight of Wands. Okay, so you got a lot of changes coming with this clarification of Archangel Michael and the Sands of Time. So I kind of feel like you have spirit helping you. I'm wondering if an opportunity that you don't want to miss has something to do with the job change up here. Remember, you had that new pathway. And then the Eight of Cups comes out down here. So maybe you're offered like this new pathway because it's right here. There's a new pathway. Like it could be like a promotion or a new job or something like that. And I kind of feel like you're sort of scared, you know, but I do feel like this is going to be a good change. You don't want to miss it. It's an opportunity that you don't want to miss. I think you're going to have a lot of strength to do it. I feel like there's a lot of fear here. Maybe even like if you're married, you know, maybe you don't, you know, maybe your mate doesn't approve or something like that, you know, don't approve of the change. But I feel like this is very soul led, and I feel like it's part of your North Node, which is your purpose, your path. And you don't want to miss this opportunity. You don't. And I feel like it's got something also to do with your self worth, too. Like, whatever this change is, I mean, you're totally understanding their strength. You're totally understanding maybe the bigger picture of life, you know? And you're like, wow, this shit really is real, right? Anyway, I just feel like there's something really giant changing here. It is about your work. I do see a Two of Cups here, too. So, I don't know, maybe you're going to be working with someone who's a soul friend. Um, so let's see. It could be actually new love even coming in too. Like you meet someone new at a job if you're not with someone already. Could be meeting a really great soul friend. And even if you are with someone, it doesn't mean that this soul friend is like a lover. It means there's someone coming in, sent to you by probably your higher self, right? Someone that's going to come in and help you change your vibe, help you learn about temperance, about changing the energy. And maybe somebody that accepts whatever it is that you do say, right? Um, because you're, once again, that card speaking out is looking at me. So I feel like there's something about having the strength to speak your truth here. Okay, so July, August, and September, I feel like you're receiving new information and what way to go here. You have the Page of Swords and the Chariot. Tell me. Weird. Fool card. So yeah, I feel like, it could be about this job where you're finally going to go, okay, Spirit, I trust you. It's taking you really to like first pre-Empress and then Empress energy. So it's a good move. I feel like you're knowing your worth, your value, you're loving yourself. The Empress is here. She's a creator. Super good. July, August, and September. I feel like you're really loving yourself here. And you're aligned with your higher self. As far as your money and career goes, I feel like there's something here changing. I don't know if you're going to travel. Um, but there's an official person here and change with a car. Maybe you're getting a new car. Who's the official person for Capricorn here? Tell me who this official person is. It's someone bringing in justice for you, Capricorn. So I'm wondering if it could be a Libra. But I feel like they're saying something that makes things look different for you. It was something that you were feeling burdened by. This is at work. What's changing? Yeah, King of Pentacles here. Didn't you have a Queen? You did. So if you are not in a relationship, there could be someone coming in. You have the Empress here 2 times. So I feel like this is you, like trying to reach this self-love energy, right? This stable energy, like this creator energy, right? And so whoever this official person is, like, I think there's something here that's going to change for you. And then the King of Pentacles, again, like you had it over here. You're manifesting money for yourself. You've got all of this pentacle energy, which is you, I know. But the King of Pentacles is about manifesting money and being very good at it. And so maybe this is something that you're learning, how to attract money to yourself, just with your vibration. Because I feel like you got Empress here. She is a creator. So I don't know if you're making something. It could be like, artist, if you're an artist or a songwriter or something like that. I just feel like you're attracting money to you. Maybe someone is noticing something in that official person, and they're making you some kind of an offer that will change your life, you know. And this is just part of you. This is you manifesting money. That's all it is. It's you doing it. You're the one attracting this. So let's see what's going on in the love part. Emotions are a natural and a necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So honestly, this is kind of clarifying this. Like, I feel like you're hanging on to something here. Something that's a bummer. Something that weighs you down. Something you think about all the time. And something that you feel like you have to protect your family from. Maybe there's disloyalty on some level or something like that, and you're just like thinking about it. I just feel like you are figuring out the justice in it. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. So do you see what I'm talking about with that 10 of Wands and that 7 of Wands? It's like whatever this is that you're hanging on to, July, August, September, could be about work, right? It could be about something that happened in your life that just wasn't fucking fair. But the thing is that as long as you hang on to that energy, you're not going to be able to see the clarity. You're not. You're not going to be able to see the justice because you're hanging on to the resentment still. This could, again, did I already mention parents for you? Because I feel like there could be parents here, you know? And maybe you're just so mad at them for something. You don't believe how many people just hang on to stuff. You know, like they hate their parents for doing a shitty job, right? So it's saying to me, in order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Now, this is the love message, right? So are we talking about romantic love here? Or are we talking about love, period? Like love, you know, for our children, our family, whatever. I feel like what this is saying is like, if you're seeing something cloudy, you know, and you're hanging on to some resentment for anything, it affects every other aspect of your life. It affects your work. It affects your family, your children, your parents, your grandparents, your grandchildren, right? So with this Temperance card, I feel like maybe you're learning something about that. Like maybe you're really learning the lesson that you have to let go of resentment if you want to feel good, if you want to attract abundance, if you want to attract love, right? If you want to move forward, if you want soul alignment. And then 21, this is your spiritual growth thing. And what's happening here is Uriel and the Sphinx. This is about digging deep inside of yourself to the truth of who you are. And I kind of feel like this is sort of a cool message because I see you struggling with something in the past, you know, and it's like hindering you. It's stopping you from being your true, authentic, beautiful self, Capricorn. It's clouding your vision. It's clouding your decisions. And I feel like in July, August, and September, you're digging down to the root of this. Why is this here? What is the truth of it? This card is about uncovering the deepest truth about yourself, about the reality, right? And the Temperance card is about really reframing thoughts, you know? So if you're resentful and mad about someone, maybe talk to your higher self. Say, show me something different. I feel like it starts happening in January, February, and March, because that message, dream message card comes out, right? And it's kind of talking about the same situation over here in July. It's like your higher self is giving you some info here. And in July, August, and September, you're like finally looking at the truth of you with Uriel and the Sphinx. You're actually talking to your higher self and saying, like, help me reframe it. Turn this into love. Okay. So October, November, December, I feel like you're getting clarity, and I feel like there could be a reconciliation with someone here because of the clarity. Like you're making a move about whatever this thing is. right? I do feel like there's something changing in somebody's work here, like maybe a bonus, or unexpected income. Remember, you start creating stuff here. You're creating something over here with Ace. And the Empress is the creator. So I don't know what you're doing, but I feel like you're getting some money for it, and this could change your life because I feel like maybe you never thought it was going to go anywhere, and then your higher self said, "Put it out there, release it, show it to the world, and see what happens." I kind of feel like this is kind of like this life-changing moment. You start getting paid for something, and I don't feel like this isn't something that's hard to do. It's something that you love. And I feel like maybe so far you've just been doing what you could get the most money out of, right? I used to say that to myself when I was raising my children. What can I do to make the most money in the least amount of time? Well, waitressing, bartending, that kind of thing, right? And it's just so much work. It's hard fucking work. And you're tired when you get done. Especially if you have two jobs and you work all day at one job, running around, serving for breakfast and lunch. And then you go and you pick up a dinner shift at another place. Let me tell you, you're tired. I spent a lot of time doing that. And what I feel like is you're doing something in your spare time, or it's a hobby, and you put it out there somehow, or someone sees it, and I kind of feel like it changes everything. Like you realize there's an opportunity, you know, to like really make a go of a hobby, right? Well, what could you do? Let's say you're a painter and someone saw your painting and they're like, God, could you teach me? Like, will you come over to my house and do like a birthday party and we're all gonna paint? Can you be the instructor? Like anything like that, right, Capricorn? Like it's just, I don't know what it is, but I only use that because it's the first thing I thought of. So so the love message for October, November, December is friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So maybe if you're in a relationship or you get a new relationship, like maybe working on the friendship of it. What I mean? Sometimes I think about that when I think about relationships, and I have just a few friends that I cherish. You know what I mean? Friends that I have had since I was little, and I cherish them. And the way I feel about them is different than, anyone else, really. It's a special thing, you know. I care about what happens to them, I care about how they feel. I want to know. I'm not going to argue with them, I'm not going to tell them that they're wrong. I'm just going to listen and be their friend, right? This is actually saying that within your relationship and your love life, you should really work on that kind of friendship as well. Like, that's the message. So, in your spiritual growth section, I feel like there's wishes coming true here. And I feel like there's a brand new, really cool beginning in the springtime. So, maybe like April, May, March. Something really cool happening, wish fulfillment. It could be about love, it could be about you changing your energy, it could be about a calm, beautiful energy that you have. I see you having like an awakening October, November, December. I see you building strong bonds in your love relationship. I see like a new ray of hope about money, about how to do it. And um, I think it's bringing in wish fulfillment because you're doing exactly what you wanted to do. You know, you're actually manifesting, right? So that's what I have. I'm gonna, just for fun, gonna clarify this speak out card and see if we can get some more on it, right? This is about just speaking your truth and saying how you feel. Okay. It could be about a certain situation that was like a tower moment, right? And I think this maybe is something you've been talking to your higher self about a lot. Like, remember when we were talking about, I just get parent vibe off of this, like, there's some kind of like, I don't know, shitty, weird energy around that. And I kind of feel like, maybe it is time for you to speak out about it. It was a tower moment. It changed you forever. And you're talking to your higher self about it because you don't really understand, or, like, why did that happen to me? I think it is about when you're a kid. Tell me, why did it happen? Tell me what it gave them. Where did it lead them? That's what led you to the Empress energy. This is what gave you compassion. This is what gave you the ability to nurture more than you were nurtured. I feel like this still really eats you up. But I feel like Spirit wants you to know, like, okay, this happened. It did. And it did change you, but it changed you into the Empress. And now this is the third time she's showing up. The Empress. So I feel like this Empress energy is really important for you this year. This is like Mother Gaia. This is the creator. This is loving all of your creation. This is being love. It is. I really honestly, out of all the cards in the deck, I love the Empress energy the most. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever played with tarot or, touched the cards, but there's something very special about the Empress card and the way she feels. She's calm and nurturing, and she loves everyone. And I kind of feel like, to tell you the truth, whatever happened to you as a child, it turned you into the Empress. This ability to love and nurture. Raise your hand if you've loved and nurtured your children in a different way than your mom. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Capricorn, what you feel like here is like, I don't know, like you were just ripped off. And Five of Swords, I mean, you just got a headache about it. You're like, how did I even fucking survive that childhood, And I feel like you've been feeling like this for a long time. But there is a new opportunity here with the Temperance card and all these changes that are just begging to happen here, all coming about because of the Empress energy. So that's kind of what I see for you, is like really embodying the Empress energy in the year of 2024. That means you'll be very loving, you'll be very kind, you'll be seeing things from a whole nother perspective. I feel like even like whatever happened as you were a kid, from when you're a kid, is being reframed. Like, you're not seeing it like a bad thing anymore. You're seeing it like, man, I'm so glad that happened, because, like, man, I don't know if I would have ever gotten right here to where I am, where my children are the most important thing in my life. Like, how did I get to that? right? It's your soul. So, could be falling in love with that soul for the brilliance of the plan. That's kind of the way I'm seeing it. So, I feel like you got a lot of messages coming in if you are open to receive. So let me explain it about open to receive with the dream card, right? It's the Empress energy trying to come through, trying to talk to you, right? Clear some things up so you can see them in a different light. Like you don't have to feel like a victim. You don't. You don't at all. I feel like your higher self is like reframing. So then it says open to receive, and you got this hand like here, you know, like are you open to receive the messages from your higher self? Now, how could you close yourself off from like a dream? You know, have you ever wondered that? Because that card comes out a lot. It's coming if you're open to receive. So if it's a dream, what that means is like, well, you need to be sober. Like no Benadryl, no no smoking weed before bed, which I hate to say it, but it's true. No, like you wouldn't get a dream if you were like inebriated from alcohol either. So if you're wanting to get this dream that I'm talking about that says it's coming, you know, get yourself ready for it, you know. You can do things to get ready for an encounter from your higher self. You know what I mean? You could take a salt bath before bed. You could light some candles and invite in the energy of the other side of your higher self, of whatever you want to work with, you know, an archangel, right? And just say like, you know, I'm ready. Crystals also help, like sleeping next to like an amethyst crystal. I think that promotes dreams. But I feel like the most important part is to not have any kind of drugs on board, right? And I'm not saying you're a drug addict or anything, but it could be as simple as a cold medicine, you know, NyQuil or something that knocks you out. Well, they can't reach you in that state. You have to get ready for them. You know. So that's what I have for you. Good luck with 2024. I hope all that made sense, and I love you guys. Have a great day.